All right, let's check here. Bring green sandstone back with you from where? Oh, Minmus. Kerbal on schedule. Nope. Oh, she wants to see the moon. Oh. I don't know if I'm comfortable with lunar tourists yet. Rescue task, explore Minmus. Oh, explore Minmus and plant a flag on Minmus got popped on here after I did a mission to Minmus. Position a satellite in specific orbit. Collect temperature survey from Minmus. It all wants me to do Minmus missions. All right. Okay. Oh, part of me wants to go straight to Minmus for science because it's easier. It requires more delta V to get to it, but it's easier to land and take off and get back. The game wants me to go to Minmus. The game wants it. The game wants me to go to Minmus. Oh, and bring back green sandstone.
We love you.
Shut up, baby. I know it.
Hey, Silent Knight. Thank you for the resub. 16 months in a row. Oh my. It might require a completely different rocket, though. Because everything above here would have to be taken down. Yeah. All of this would have to be taken off. And then we'd have to rebuild from here. Ideally, we want to do it with a can lander. If I do, is the Mark II can lander's bigger? Should we try to redesign a rocket from scratch, maybe? Ooh, I don't know if that's a great idea, though. Better idea to start small, right? Can lander can survive re-entry, right? Alright, let's, in my experience, it actually takes less delta V to get to Minmus, but not much. Oh yeah, the entry burn to get there is a little bit higher. I think it was only like, for me, it was only like 75 meters per second in delta V higher than it was to get to the moon. But then your braking maneuver and landing and then taking off is way less because the gravity is so much less. Okay, so we got a can lander. We'd want to put on a heat shield. Oh, I didn't realize we had these tricoupler thingies. That's useful. Okay, that is really useful, actually. Oh, that's the smallest one. Would that actually protect the can lander? Do you want to re-enter the atmosphere in a can lander? Do you need the bigger one for that to be safe? Because that seems like you might need the bigger one to actually cover the edges. The other option would be to do that. And ditch the can lander. Oh, you know what? But no, then I'd be ditching all the science. And I don't want to. You don't want to ditch all the science. Oh, that's the Stay Putnik. I forgot about that guy. I think that's the core for a lander too. I think the bigger can lander is better. The bigger one is better, but it's also a lot wider. And heavier. EVA and grab the science before coming back. Don't you have to be a scientist to do that, though? In the Mark 1, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you have to be a scientist to do that, and the Mark 1 lander only holds a, one person, right? You can transfer the science between vessels. I could leave the lander. Transfer the science between the vessels. Anyone could grab the scientist will be able to reset them. Gotcha. So then that would be valid. Right? That would be valid. Grab this. Or what I could do, even, because this is all self-contained. Ooh. This is a bad idea. All right, let's get rid of this. Oh shit. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Put a little tiny engine on this. Like, give it a little bit of fuel. And an engine. Nope, this one. That's gonna make that thing pretty tall, though, right? How much delta V is that? 450. Well, that's 450 delta V on Kerbin. It'd be way more on Minmus. So what I was thinking is we do it like this. Can lander. Am I overthinking this? Can the can lander survive re-entry perfectly fine? That's way too tall. This looks like a sexy toy. Judging. I think I feel like I might be overthinking this. And that what I'm thinking is maybe I am overthinking it, and this guy can survive re-entry no problem. Oh, hey cat. Just to make sure, I could give him the wider one. I could give him the wider one just to make double sure that we're safe. And then, the science would be on top. Science. Put the science on the nose. I want to mount these higher up. We want to mount all the science. Well, we could do. Where's the service bay? Yeah, it's not. There's a science box thingy. Is that cargo? That's cargo storage. Experiment storage unit. So I need one of these. But what I was looking for is just the. So that is cargo. How big is this? Cargo storage unit. Communication. What am I looking for? Payload. Oh, that's not the right one. Service bay. Put that on there. And then I can open this up and I could cram it full of stuff. Oh, these things aren't as big as I thought. Can I not fit this inside here? Gib. Experiment control state. They don't want to go inside here. They might need a different sort of unit to go inside. Can I? No, that's not gonna do it. Wait. Yeah, I think that's it. And then I think I put them inside there. Yeah, that's how it works. So it'd have to be like that. But that's not that's not looking very good. Because think about this. This doesn't even have an... Look how tall this is, and we don't even have an engine on it yet. And we still haven't even attached to this. Because what we would need to do is kind of... Because this is a little bulbous. It's got a little bulge on it. The bulge might not be that big of an issue. But we would need a larger decoupler for that. And then we would need a structural, like a structural thing. Is it, where's structural stuff? Command and control, structural, like a... Nope, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. Yeah, that does not, you know what okay, okay, no, this is fine. What I'm thinking is that if we just redesign the central section to have a wider... Wait, do we have a, do we even have... We have fuel tanks of that size. The big fat fuel tanks, we have those. We don't have any... And we have Thud liquid-fueled engines, which we could use, or... Ooh, wait, I got an idea. Is that... How unstable does that look? Does that look terribly unstable? Also, I don't know if I'm overreacting with the heat shield by putting the larger one on there. I could very well be overreacting. Let's just continue like this. We'll continue like this. I have not put an engine on it yet. Ooh. Use a fairing and it'll be fine. Do I have fairings unlocked? Is that aerodynamics? I don't remember what those are under. Oh, I do. I do have a fairing. So I could use a fairing on this to make it more aerodynamic. So that's perfectly valid. But let's keep cramming shit onto this. All right. I gotta think of this. I gotta think of this logically. If I can transfer the science into a box, I don't need to bring the science modules back with me. I don't. So that means we can invert this. Right? Use a probe? What do you mean? I've already landed unmanned missions on the moons. We're making a manned mission. Thanks for the resub, Anto.
Resub for science.
What I can do is put all the science stuff below this, decouple it, and leave the science stuff behind. Or just leave it on the top because it's a little more aerodynamic that way, and... Here, let's get rid of that. That's too big. That's too small. This is the bigger one. That's the real big one. So there needs to be an engine system here to get back from Minmus. That's simple enough. We put on... Put on one fat fuel tank. Is Val dead? No, Val's alive. We do that. Going to do the entire mission from the cockpit view. No, I am definitely not. That should be plenty of fuel, because this is actually a fuel tank too. So I would come back with this. You could have the experiments on top and put a decoupler in between and detach from the command pod before going back. Good idea. Decoupler. Oh wait, this cannot okay, so what I need is... I do need a payload bay. And put the decoupler on top of that, because we gotta bring the payload bay with us. So open up that.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Zemelia, thanks for the donation. Small tip for doing a good job. Thanks, bud. Appreciate that. And then, all we need in here is that container, right? I never remember where it is. One of these days. Although we're gonna need more stuff. Although, no, we'll be okay. It's that one. Could that fit in there, technically? Or I could just lash it to the side. Oh, but that's sticking out. Is that legal? Is that legal? Or is that going to throw... Is that going to throw a fit? Well, something we know we could use is the landing struts. We're going to use 4 of them. Just like that. Those will probably end up... Do you think those will end up burning off? It can... turn it horizontal. Okay, cool. Hang on. Let's grab these. Move them up a little bit. This can rotate. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Just need one. Rotate it horizontally and cram it into the thingy. Can I put 2 of them on there? It doesn't want to, like, go inside the bay. You know what I could do? Here, let's, I think I could only fit 1 in there. And then maybe I could just lower it. Yeah, I just lower it like that. And that'll fit in there. That fits in there. How many does this hold a finite amount of experiments? That's what I don't know. All right, so close. So then on top of this, we would put the science stuff. So then we would throw that up here. Just lash this stuff to the side of it. That up here. Maybe 2 of them. Because this thing, we would just knock it off. Oh, you know what else we could do? Because we're going to end up putting a fairing around this. Oh, the more complicated this is, the scarier it gets. Fill that with experiments. Close this. So everything above this would just get detached and left behind. We would take the experiments out of here, and that would come back with us. Utility. Parachutes. Put on the, wait, where is the... There's the capsule.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Thanks, Mother Russia, for the donation there. Put on a pair of parachutes. Make sure they're out of the way. Because I think that's the caps... Is that the hatch? That's the hatch. That's the hatch there. That was drogue chutes. We'll have to put on a pair of real ones too. And actually lash them to the side of this, right? Or put them... Can we put them like that? No, that'd get in the way. Alright, okay, let's do 2 pair drogue chutes right there. Pair of regular chutes right next to them. Make sure we have enough. Oh, you know what I just thought? It's too thick. These would have to get moved down. And we needed a coupler on this. Hey, Tan Guy. Welcome. Because this part's gotta. That's because this is the part that lands. Like that. We have to make sure that the feet are lower than the legs. Sorry, your French or English isn't very well. You're fine. You're fine. You're good. So that would take off. This would land. This would land. I'm pretty sure this has enough delta V to be able to take a Minmus landing and take off. That's a fair bit of fuel in there. And going back, we would detach all of this, so it would be a lot lighter. So we wouldn't need that stuff up there. Something I want to check was this. Does it say how much it could store? Really effective at storing mystery goo, data tapes, Kerbal scientists created. Doesn't say that there's a max. Going to the moon. I think we're actually going to go to Minmus because I feel like that might be a little bit easier. All right, so these feet would actually I'd want them slightly lower. Yeah, just like that, slightly lower. So now let's start retracted. And then we need a fairing around this. The fairing would basically just need to go right around that. Like that. So that's the fairing. No, I don't want to grab that. Grab this. Oh, does that look a little unstable to you guys? Feel less frustrated today? I do. I'm in a good mood today. That looks a little tall. I feel like I could get, I feel like I could make a better fairing. Can I reset that? Edit fairing. Yeah, I can edit that. I feel like it's a, I feel like that was a little much. Getting closer here. Seems a little top heavy. Yeah, definitely. Definitely would be a little top heavy, especially with the fairing on it. That fairing come in a little bit. Perfectly aerodynamic. I doesn't want to. There we go. It's a little bulbous. It's a little on the bulbous side. Where are we going? We're trying to get to Minmus. Let's see. Center of mass. Center of thrust. Center of mass is pretty high. What I could do is I could grab all the boosters and move them up. Hey, Cukes, thanks for the resub. We also need to because these are no longer the Magnus missions. The Magnus missions were the was basically just doing flybys and doing signs from there. So this is an entirely different set of missions, so we need to rename them. So who in chat wants the land missions named after them? Just hold up your hand. And we'll name these after you. What I'm thinking we could do is grab the boosters and move them up. And that would okay, this, okay, you know what we're gonna do? Okay, there's a couple more people that I expect wanted a mission named after them. Hang on, we'll do this the easy way. We'll do this the easy and fair way. Unrecognized.
What's his name? Nautius Maximus.
Jacob for a name. Well,
For a name.
That's fair, Jacob. Not Jacob. Is it your name was with a K, right? Jacob. Jacob 1. Okay, so let's. Are you not entertained? Damn you and your corporate subsidies. Thanks for the sub, Tad guy. Welcome. Pay to win, exactly. Kerbal Space Program's pay to win. What I can do is move these engines up. Like, I can grab these and move them higher. Oh, it doesn't want to go any higher. They'll go lower. They won't go any higher. Huh. What if, Alright, I've got an idea. I got an idea. How do I do save advanced mode? Add custom category. How do I save a custom part group? I know there's a way. I don't remember. Is it in here? Function. Section, filter. These are filters. Subassemblies. So I think what I could do is I should be able to grab one of these and throw it into a subassembly. Oh, that was the wrong space. This is going to be booster 1. All right, so let's We saved the boosters. So let's get rid of those. What's the biggest fuel tank? Is the, that's too big. Is the... No, I gotta... Do I have a... That's a 440. No, that's not it. It's a 900. Is that the right size? That's a 900. I'm looking for the FLTX model. So yeah, these ones are the bigger ones. I'm just gonna you could reattach the side boosters to get it higher. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let's add on 3 of these. It's the biggest fuel tank of this size I have. Then what I can do in turn, because I don't have engines for this size, but I've got... It's in here somewhere. Got the tri-coupler. And then I think we'd want these little baby ones. I think that's what we'd want. Those 3 little baby engines feeding off. Can I change these colors? Ooh. Oh, that doesn't look great, but we'll go with it. Has this got an orange section too? Trying to get to gray and orange on like everything on this section. Looks a little dangerous, but now what we would do... Oh, can I change the color of the... Yeah! Now it looks like a fucking ICBM. Alrighty. Then what we'd want to do is put the boosters up higher. And in pairs. But definitely in areas they would not interfere with the clamshells. So maybe a little bit lower than that. Just whip it down just a little bit. Is that going to be a problem? Is that clipping going to be a problem? I honestly don't know. No, I don't want to overwrite it. I want to grab another one. Safe, right? Do 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 do. And this one looks like it's... Some of these look like they're... Well, I mean, they're kind of clustered awkwardly, but I think that's okay, right? We used 2 before. This time I say because it's heavier, we use more. And then all we're going to need to do is fix all these. And the fuel lines need to be fixed as well. So let's see. All the boosters would need to go at once. Can I change the colors on the boosters too? I could. I kind of like them that way though. Let's see, what are the options? There is an orange version. But I like the central area being a different color. Alright, now we have to set up the asparagus stage. And with the asparagus staging, we want this one to come off first. So let's see, this stage is... We gotta find which coupler it is. It's this section of coupler right there, so we'll stage that. That one would stage first. We would need... we're missing these need to be down here with these. So that is all of the boosters deboosting. And all of the secondary engines on here turning on at the same time. We connect this one to this one. Then we connect this one to the into the centers. Oh, balls. Can I... Oh, shit. Fuck. I touched it. And I moved it slightly off from where it was. More like that. Yeah, there we go. I think that's a little better. It won't. It doesn't want to. There we go. Then that one goes to the center. This is fine. This is fine. Where are we going to? Just to Minmus. But this is my first land mission to Minmus, so we got a lot of science inside the lander here. Siddle. Thanks for the doodle. Just to Minmus. All right, let's. That should be set up right. Now we just got to double check the staging. So right now, all the boosters, and we want these engines to turn on at the same time as these ones. Or do we? No, we want those to go last. Control Z to undo. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, so can we just drag these together so they're a little more, yeah, cohesive? All right, so that's all of the decouplers on the boosters. Then all the boosters go. Then this pair needs to go first. Then this pair. So we need to switch these two stages. So that one, then the most interior one. When the second we decouple those, we need to turn those engines on. That is those three at the bottom. So that's staged correctly. Okay. Okay. Can never have enough Delta V. Isn't it a bit overkill for Minmus? Oh, it's overkill to get there, but I need to get a complex science lander there, and then get that lander home. Because I've already been to Minmus, and I've got a lander over there that but this is manned. So I need to make sure there's a lot of wiggle room. All right, so there's that. This gets rid of everything below the lander, I think. All right, these parachutes need to be separated from each other. That's the drogue chute that needs to go first. That's decoupling the science module, because we don't need to come back home with that. Okay, this... Okay, so that's getting rid of the lander the engine on the lander. So that needs to go, like, way up. Here, so let's give it its own. And then this needs to go up. Because that's, like, the last thing we need to do. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Or it's like flopping around where I don't want it. How far have we gotten so far? We've we landed on the moon in Minmus with unmanned probes. So now we're trying to land a whole bunch of science stuff on Minmus. That's where we're going right now. That's where we're going right now. Right now I'm trying to work my way back. So that's the parachute. That's the drogue chute on the inside here. This is the decoupler to get rid of the lander engine. That's turning on the lander engine. That's the decoupler for getting rid of the science. So that's in the right order. Fairing, I want on a separate node. Oh god, like as I'm hovering around, it's flipping around. Okay, I think that's it. This is manned. Oh, I've already got an unmanned thing here. Let's save this. I want to show you guys. Save it to Jacob 1. Now we can leave. We could just reload that. I'll show you. Tracking station. So the Magnus 3 probe was our first test lander. So this is the Magnus 3 probe. Was just testing Delta V and some theories. Landed it right on its little booty with no legs or anything. That was our first lander. And then the Magnus 4 probe failed. The Magnus 5 probe was our first unmanned science mission that succeeded. It is just an alternate version of the. And he's kind of like pooped off to his side here. Hey.
All I keep hearing is Minmus.
So this was our first unmanned science lander. He kind of kicked off to the side a little bit here for some reason, but he was successful. All right. And then we did the Magnus 6 probe. Went to Minmus.
Hey Waldo, hey Cukes. Hey Exponent.
For anybody new, that's Lady Magnus.
Hello.
I'm
still raging over.
Oh yeah, she watched Game of Thrones season 8 yesterday and today, and she's pissed.
I'm good, Cukes. How are you?
So this guy landed on Minmus. Same probe that we sent to the moon, but this one landed a little safer. And now we redesigned our ship so badly we gave it a different classification. And now we're doing manned mission to Minmus.
Hey guys.
So let's open that guy back up. Jacob 1.
Such a shitty final season. I can't even talk about it. Why?
This does not have like a serious escape plan either. If this fails, Valentina dies because oh wait, I have an escape launch system, but no way to fit it on. It's fine.
Like, why did they think it was okay for him to look at the camera and go, "I'm the man that killed Jamie"? Why?
Stare straight into the camera, break the fourth wall.
Into the camera, like he's dying, like he's been stabbed, and it's okay for him to sit there with a shit-eating greed on his face, going, "I'm the man that killed Jamie Lannister," with a smirk. You're dying. Let me tell you, if you're dying, you're not going to have a fucking smirk on your face.
Leah's not super happy with season 8 of Game of Thrones. Hey, Pixty, thanks for the follow. Okay, guys, I guess we're gonna try this. Oh, no, we're not. Hang on, we're not trying this yet. We forgot something.
Exponent next week, because I'll have some time.
We forgot something on that rocket. That's important to rockets.
He could have, like, they could have done that in a way to where he could have acted like he was dying and not have looked in the camera. Isn't that like basic TV 101? You don't acknowledge the camera in any way, shape, or form.
Unless it's a sitcom. No, Apple II guy. We need some fins. Let's actually check center of mass, center of thrust. Center of mass is, it's not that bad.
Gives and keeps giving.
I need some fins on this though. Which ones did I use before? We could use better nose cones too.
House of Cards. We didn't finish that, right?
No, I think we stopped watching House of Cards after what's-his-face was, rapey?
Mm-hmm.
Solar panels. I have 0 solar panels. Or batteries. This is why we didn't launch. There's stuff we needed to put on here. Throw a couple of those on there. Here, we'll put those, we'll put those here.
I'm surprised you didn't tell me about that part.
What? I fucking the camera?
Mm-hmm.
Some solar panels on there. And we don't have a single battery on anywhere on here. Maybe I'll just strap one to its doodle. You know what I can do? Can open that up. And I can just put a battery on the inside here.
Maybe they revealed that she was pregnant in season 7 and we just didn't catch it.
I don't remember.
Because and when he walked out, because they fucked, he walked out, and before he left, like, he put his hand on her belly and said, "I'm going to put a baby in your belly." So I assumed that she wasn't pregnant yet, but then the next, whatever, scene or a few scenes later, they said that she was pregnant. And I was like, okay, when did she get pregnant?
And I don't need an antenna on this because this isn't transmitting any data. It's just, it's all coming back with me. I do need to get some tail fins on this, though. And I'm thinking we just put them on the boosters. Although we are going to be losing the boosters pretty quickly. What I did before was I put the tail fins on this bad boy.
Bad boy.
So we could do that again.
Hi, I'm gonna go watch the TV show.
Ah, go watch Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Chernobyl's excellent. Oh, I just clicked off the screen. There we go. Tail fins on the main bit. That should be fine. It's just chat says it was just a delayed pregnancy. It was just some really slow sperm is what it was.
It just took a month to get to her.
Some really, really slow sperm. Alright, some tail fins. Chernobyl's freaking great. Yeah, it is. Alright, let's save this. Now we'll try it out. Spectacles, testicles, walleted watch. Three, 2, 1. It's actually pretty good. You generally want a slow climb with your boosters. As long as they're picking up speed, it's okay. And that was only a little bit slower than we were rocking before. Hey, as long as this thing is not falling over, we're fine. It's moving. It's working. It's working.
I'm gonna have to science the shit out of this.
Gonna have to size the shit out of this. Actually, not too bad, really. As long as it doesn't flop over, we're fine. And as long as nothing blows up when I stage. Nothing blew up. Okay. Alright, this is fine. It's an elevator, yeah. This is fine. I do need to do my gravity turn, which makes me nervous. You know what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna do the gravity turn until after our first, booster here. Just to make sure they fall away straight away. Because those are the ones that were in danger of hitting the tail fins. Alright, gravity turn. Oh, it's a little fat. It's a little on the fat side. Gravity. Turn. Alright, let's go to full. That'll get, okay, yeah, there we go. Alright. Slow down just a little bit. I don't need too much acceleration at this stage. I don't want to be going too fast. Stage. It's working. It's working. Did you miss the, Inspiration knew she was pregnant when they had zombies in the box. Tyrion knew she was pregnant when they had zombies. I did miss that. I did not know about that. I completely forgot that she was pregnant, honestly. I just need to, if I could get into, you know, out of the atmosphere before I have to burn these engines, I'm happy. But that might not happen. We're doing okay. But we have a lot of Delta V on this, so we should be okay. My main engine isn't firing at this stage. Oh, I didn't want it firing at this stage. Because these are really, there, that's what we wanted. Those are really low specific impulse engines. Or really, the specific impulse is really low when they're in the atmosphere. But that's the way I did design it that way on purpose, but now I'm worried a little bit about getting into orbit. Now I'm a little bit concerned about that. Let's nose up just a little bit. I need to get my apoapsis above 70, and right now it's not anywhere near that. I'm a little surprised that the stage in here has 1500 Delta V. That's way more than I expected. So this is not nearly as good as I was hoping. Bottom left-hand side, you can find a new menu giving you orbital readouts without switching over to the map. Is that this? Well, look at that. I don't know, we might be okay. Need to, a less steep ascend. Yeah. I know, it's not ideal right now. I gotta get above, I gotta get this above 70. And we're fine. We might be okay. We've still got several thousand Delta V to work with. It's just not a very, not a very efficient to orbit design. If we had the bigger boosters, I think we would have been peachy. I think with the bigger boosters, we can make this work real nice. But we're okay now. These burn fuel really slow. Their specific impulse in space is really, really high, so they're nice and efficient. And we're actually gonna be okay. Let's actually cut the engines now. It's not very efficient getting to orbit because that initial stage is kind of rough, but I think we'll be okay. Hey, Calidus. I think we're gonna be okay. Just want to get a little bit closer to our apoapsis before we burn again. All right, let's go ahead and burn. Gotta get that above 70. We'll get there. Once that's above 70, then I can actually do our orbital to orbit burn, which should be pretty easy at this point. All right, now we'll zoom in again, because we don't need to burn too much more fuel to actually get to orbit. We do have to do our inclination burn though, and that's going to take a little bit of delta V. But what do we got left? We still have 1,600 on these engines. On this stage. Delta point prograde. Oh, you know what I could also do? I could deploy the clamshell. Because that'll lose some weight. Yeah. That gives it that we could have done that earlier too. There we go. We could have done that a little bit earlier to save ourselves a little bit of fuel, but not too bad. Alrighty, this is gonna work. Whip! Perfect. Just perfect. We've still got 3,000 delta V to make this work too. I think that's enough. I think that is enough. Oh, that's not what I meant. Tilde. Set as target. Now, okay, so the descending node is our closest one. Add a maneuver. We want to go anti-normal, I believe. Is that right? No, or do I want to go the other way? No, it was the other way. And we want to get the ascending node and the descending nodes to be basically on the opposite sides. Or lined up with the apoapsis and the periapsis right now, basically. It's about right. I never get these burns correct, really. Or at least, last time I was at negative 0.4 on the inclination. You're going to play the KSP for the first time in 6 months. You stopped playing a while ago. I hope you enjoy it. I am seriously enjoying this. Now, do I want to face normal or anti-normal? Normal, I think. Looks like it's going the right direction. Tail fins in space. Look at that lander. That thing is. This is why we're going to Minmus, because this thing is heavy, top heavy. Yeah, we're facing the right direction. Okay. All right. Okay. The node is over here, so let's get a little bit closer. Pop over before we go back to Star Trek Online. How is that game these days? I haven't played it in years. I have not played that in years. It's only a 14-second burn, so this is going to be relatively easy. I like the coloring on the stages. I think that's cute. Alrighty. Get to 7 seconds. Burn. And stop. All right, what do we get it to? Yeah, perfect. 0.1. Okay. Add a maneuver. Should take about 900 delta V to get there. And then we just need to find where to burn. A little bit more. Yeah, that's pretty close, actually. A little bit more. That puts us right about there. Problem I had with Star Trek Online when it first came out was just that it there was a lot of ground combat missions, and boy, were they boring. They were just dull, 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 dull. Dull, dull ground combat. 900 delta V. I've got 1,300 on here. So we're going to be able to do our deceleration burn with this stage. That's going to be nice. We remembered to put solar panels on thanks to chat. Got our little engine there. That little engine's got 1,300 delta V, too. Because it's not moving that much. And we want to fire at about 31, 32 seconds to the node. Beautiful rocket. Happy that it's working. I think heavy rocketry would be the next thing we'd want to unlock with the science we'd get from this mission. Because with heavy rocketry, we could get the better boosters, the bigger boosters, and that bigger boosters would help this rocket out a lot. Because this is it's a lot of weight to lift for those boosters. They didn't get me very high up into the atmosphere before they kicked off, so I was using my liquid fuel engines in a relatively thick part of the atmosphere, which is not what you want to do. You want to use those in space where they have a higher specific impulse. Okay, getting there. 200 delta V to go. Slow this down just a little bit, just because I don't want to overshoot. 100. 60. 50. 40, 30, 20, 10. Oh, perfect. How much delta V do we got left on this stage? We still have 370 delta V on this stage right here. That should be enough for a braking maneuver. All right, now we need to zoom out over this way. Warp to here. Bye. You will be missed. Going to meet a new friendo. You know, just several days have passed. It's fine. All right, so we'll just manually speed here until we hit the node there, and then we'll do our braking maneuver. Getting nervous. Getting nervous. Braking maneuver should be pretty simple. Just point retrograde. Warp to the node. It's have the tiny reaction wheels in the and like the crew capsule is having a little bit of trouble pushing its big old booty around. Like, we're only going 235 meters per second right now, so it's not going to take too much to slow us down. All right, so we'll just warp right on top. Now that we're facing the right direction, we'll just warp right on top of it. Yeah, we had 370. We need to knock it down to what, like 50 or something like that? I'm not using much thrust right now because I don't want to overshoot. Yeah, almost there. And captured. But we'll bring in the orbit a little bit here with whatever fuel we got left. How much we got left in there? 160 something meters per second. All right, that's pretty good. I'll burn the rest of the fuel over here. So we don't have to spend as much on the other stage. I think 1,460 meters per second is enough to land and get back. I think so. So we'll use the rest of our Delta V here. Might as well use it all. There's the Magnus 6 probe. Kind of circularize the orbit. And there's still 100. There's still 100. Just gonna use it. Right now. So we're, use it on the way down. Might as well. Be funny, be funny to be just a little bit off and not be able to come back. I've done that before. I've done it. I've gotten to the point where it was the amount of Delta V I needed was so slight that I was able to do it by getting out of the spacecraft, grabbing onto the side of it, and thrusting with my backpack. On one of my Mooner missions, my manned Mooner landers in a previous game, I had to burn my RCS thrusters to get an escape trajectory, and then I had to burn the RCS and my backpack to get into a aero brake. All right, we just need to speed this up a little bit now, because we're basically not moving. I'm going to wait until we're closer to the ground. And I'm going to use the last bit I've got. See, technically this should be an easier landing because I actually have an experienced pilot that can orient the spacecraft retrograde without an issue. So let's use the last bit of our fuel to slow down. Then we'll get rid of this stage. Get rid of that stage. What are we missing here? Uh-oh. Does that still work? No, it doesn't. We'll overheat this and blow it off. Whoo, my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought that part came off. Alright, had to waste a little Delta V on that. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. This is fine, guys. Everything's fine. Totally saved. It's fine. Hell, if it works, it's only... This is what I always tell people. It's only a stupid design if it fails. It's only a stupid design if it fails. Oh, you know what this thing could have used? It's a good thing I'm landing on the side facing the sun right now. Otherwise, lights would have been useful. When the solution is we will overheat this till it melts, you may have done it strangely. Yeah, I will say that it was a little unorthodox, but it worked. Hey, and you guys got to, yeah, Cyrus has got the idea. You guys got to see an explosion. Everybody loves explosions. If it's stupid, but it works, it ain't stupid. Yeah, see? Still got lots of Delta V. Start slowing down a little more, though. Yeah, with the ability to to have your pilot point retrograde automatically, landing is a lot simpler. I didn't put ladders up here, but it should be easy to zoom up there. Kind of want to slow that a little bit. Going up. I don't like this, I can't get it to face the right direction. I cannot get this orientation the way I want it. Shit. This is fine. This is fine. I cannot get this to orient to orient the way I want it. And we're just zooming across the edge now. Okay, we gotta go back up. We gotta go back up. We gotta go back up. I cannot get the orientation the way I want it. We're going way too far off to the side here. Alright. Alright, this is fine. Alright, we only had to abort. We had to abort, but it's okay. Too much horizontal speed, yeah. Yeah, I gotta rely a little bit less on the auto doodle. I gotta make sure that it's, because what happened is it was going off that way. Okay. Zoom, 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 zoom. Alright, going back down. Going back down. This is a little bit better already. I always panic when I get close, is what happens. What is the key to shut down the engines? X. X shuts down the engines. Alright, let's kill the horizontal speed, or the vertical speed. Still going too far horizontal. So we gotta go this way a little bit. Take a look at this. I can't zoom in anymore. I gotta kill the horizontal speed is what I gotta do. Then point retrograde. No, point. Just put it on stability assist and go up. I'm overthinking this. I'm overthinking this. All right, I think we're doing a little bit better now. Oh! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Retrograde. 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 We only lost a little bit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Oh! No, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Ho, 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 ho. Alright. Alright. We're gonna lose a little bit of science from that. Because we lost some of the experiments.
We're all fine here. No,
we lost some of the experiments, but this is fine. We can get off from here. This is fine. Let's see. Because we got the experiment module in here, but the deployable experiments blew up. Okay.
I have to science the shit out
Real
of this.
quick, I just gotta take a real quick bathroom break before we do the science, but this is fine. Sorry, pointing prograde. Exactly. Alright, so, log pressure data. Log temperature data. Observe goop. Gonna keep these experiments. Science Junior. Keep experiment. Okay, now we need to take a crew report. Gonna go ahead and keep that experiment. Then we're gonna EVA. Let's see. Let go. Yay! Look at, okay, so we're going to, not remove our helmet. We're going to plant a flag. Yeah, look at that. Site name. This is going to be, Jacob 1 Lander. Black text. The first successful manned landing. Okay. EVA report. Keep. Surface sample. Keep. I had wanted to take a rock sample, but I don't know if that's a moonstone. Oh, no, that's a moonstone. Green sandstone. I don't know if I could do... Oh! Whoa! Can I just go to a rock and grab something? Hold! I'm sorry, what?